just chit-chatting away in the chatterbox. Welcome! It's so good to see you, Mr. Producer. So nice to have you here, ready to roll with some confetti and some fun. There's more about that coming. And we've got a wonderful guest, Crafty Al, who will be coming on in a little bit. We have just been cracking up. We will explain. I'm afraid it may be one of those things where you don't think it's funny, but we think it's darn funny. But anyway, I am Mary Gunn. Hey, I got this fancy gold spoonophone out for tonight with the big three. Nothing but extravagant decorations for me. And anyway, I am Mary Gunn of Mary Gunn Fun, your intrepid hostess of Craft Roulette, and this is our 3rd anniversary. If you are new to us, we've been here almost every Friday night for 3 years, and I think that's just outstandingly fun. What is Craft Roulette, you may say? We do have a video on it coming up, but it is the ultimate paper crafting card making game show challenge, and we really are here almost every Friday night. 6:10 is when the slideshow starts Central Time, and we always leave a chair for you because we want you here. Look at you guys. You make our night very special. We really, really do. That's not just any bull, I'm telling you. So, slideshow, what'd you think? 260 cards of flowers. Did you take your Allerest so you weren't sneezing with all that pollen around in the gallery? It was gorgeous. Well done. If you did send in a card, please be sure to stick around till later in the show because we're going to be giving away some fabulous prizes to some of those people that sent in cards, including gift certificates. Don't do this yet. Never mind. We have I'm throwing off my schedule here. We've got gift certificates. We're going to have some special t-shirt giveaways and different things, including our original gift, a handmade card with an itty bitty gift. If you are here, if you could go ahead and you feel like is this a good idea, give us a thumbs up. We'd really appreciate that. And hit that share button because that means a lot to us. Oh, there's Fergus. He's eating a tissue. Okay, no, you don't get those. Anyway, do those things for us. That would be a big help to Craft Roulette and to spread joy and fun all over the world. We do thank you. You are our best ambassadors. I don't have too many shout outs except for I do want to give a shout out to the man across the hall from me right there, Mr. Producer. He has been very busy, and one of the things that he did this week was to add to our craftroulette.live, which is our outstanding website, a process video index. We have over 140 process videos that you all have made based on Craft Roulette episodes. So now, instead of having them all buried inside the episode pages, you can go right to them and see how many Carmen has made and Sire has made, and I'm drawing a blank. Jay has made. So the only problem with saying people's names is because then all of a sudden there's nothing inside my head. It's all gone, and I know I forget people. But do check those out. It is under craftroulette.live. You can find it Associate, Community, and then under Process Video. He's got some more things going on in the menu, too. So you kind of have to hover on some of them, and then another menu drops down. It's very, very fancy. We do want to thank our spin sponsors this month. They sponsor our giveaways, which is a wonderful thing that we get to do. We have Karen Bernison, who we get to meet next month. I am going to do one of her dies over the weekend. She said I can do it. I don't know. It's not too shabby. I saw Jamie here earlier. Thank you so much. You have those cute little monthly kits. Love it. And a design team member is here tonight. And Sweet Sentiment Stamps, who is now in the Team Orange, Purple, and Teal business. Well, I'll try to remember to show you those later. It was pretty funny to find those. Anyway, we're also just a bunch of playful paper crafters, aren't we? I love it. T-shirts. Did you notice? I have a new outfit. These are the Super Glue Guys. Who are the Super Glue Guys? Was the question that has been coming up. Well, the Super Glue Guys were early memesters. I created them out of... Here they are. I created them out of empty glue bottles because I'm a crafter. We do things ourselves. And they were early on in my blog, and they would sell things for me and write memes like, hey, I have too much glue, said no crafter ever, and things like that. And it was way before 2008. I only found pictures in my files to 2008, but they've done all sorts of things. There have been a lot of, they're kind of like my alter ego. When I was in sales, which I was no good at, I was pretty good at alter egos, but I wasn't real good at sales, and it only took me 20 years to figure that out. So I'm slow learning. Don't ask me anything about business. But those are who the super glue guys are, and they have their own t-shirt because I love them. And one is, whoops, wrong way. This is Scrapman, and this is Croppin'. They're kind of like Batman and Robin. Anyway, I take a lot of, I've been picking parameters out of the air for years. We do want to thank our patrons who do sponsor these shows, Crafty, Roulette, and In Review. We had a lot of fun this week, didn't we? Oh my gosh, we had so much fun. Mr. Producer and I did a voiceover commentary on our first show. I thought it was going to be like one of the most painful things, but it was very pleasant. I don't go back and look at the old stuff because we didn't have all the lights, and I had an old microphone, and I didn't know what I was doing because we didn't know what we were doing. So it's kind of a fun thing. And, anyway, that was a lot of fun. Thank you for all your feedback, and I'm glad that you patrons enjoyed that so much. And we do want to thank and welcome 2 new patrons this week, Lex Creatively, and D. Freeman, who upgraded to a fun supporter. There are different levels. If you're new to Patreon, the whole concept is that you get to donate or can donate to support the shows. Otherwise, we have nothing. So we really appreciate them, and in return, we give you some exclusive bonus projects and products. And I gave you a couple tonight, too, by the way, guys. If you want to go down over and look at the downloads, there's a few new coloring and a digi-stamp that you might enjoy. Welcome, you guys. Mr. Mike decided he should dress up tonight, and so he has foregone his usual House of Detizio and his jumper made exclusively for him from Marianne Hill in London or in England for a really cheap tuxedo look. He got this at Rent-A-Tux. Don't tell him. I wasn't going to say that out loud. He doesn't, but I can't really hide that from, hold your ears. Okay. I rented it for him from Budget Rent-A-Tux, and it's just not very good. But we did end up having some little balloon. This is from last year's balloons. I didn't go out today, so I thought, well, I have some of those. I'll just shred them up. That looks pretty good. Follow me for more cheap home decoration party tips. You got it. Anyway, I think he looks rather dapper. He's got his cufflink. All right, that's enough of him. From Nebraska, the mother of all sheet loads and the inspiration source of Oh So Inspired, please welcome my friend, Crafty Al.
Hello, guys. You know, I have to get my Jaspa fingers out.
Shall we get that out of the way, what the fingers is and the
Probably.
We're not
and
really
then we'll
stuck.
try not to do it all night.
But I know, you know who's going to be the trouble causer. That guy across the hall. Anyway, before we started, Mr. Producer, who is an audiophile, said, "Hey, Crafty Al, what kind of microphone do you have?" And she had never looked. She said, "A cheap one from Amazon." And then she looked at it, and what is the name of your microphone brand?
Fafine? And it is Fafine.
So we've been talking about for family and for fun and all the for fun things that we're going to do here tonight. So we were just laughing it up. I think it was probably nerves, and we're calm now.
Yeah, we're good.
We're for
Happy
focused.
Anniversary. Happy 3rd anniversary. Oh,
thank you.
I forgot.
There's our noisemaker. It's so
now,
you're more festive than I.
I have prepared for a birthday party because it's so much more fun to decorate for. So I got my party hat on.
And there's something else you have. Right behind you. To your left. Other left.
My cupcake?
Yeah.
Oh, that's my left.
I was talking about your left. Yeah, you even brought a huge cupcake. That was pretty nice. Well, tell us, if for the two people that do not know who you are, could you explain who you are and what you do?
I sure can. So my name is Alicia, but a lot of people call me Crafty Owl. You might know me from here on YouTube. I put out Sheetload of Cards, which is what I'm probably most well known for. It's a free printable each month where I give you a new sketch and supply list, and we make the most of your cards and make a sheet load. I do some lives from time to time. Mary mentioned Oh So Inspired. I usually have a fun guest, and we create something on the fly based upon something another artist has created. I just love all things crafty.
You do. You are truly the Crafty Owl. You're not too far from us. You're just right up north. And we've actually gotten together and went through IKEA. I was at IKEA this week because I bought two new wheels. Because they've been out of stock for 2 years. And we've been going, what if Mr. Wheel quits? What if he stops? What are we going to do? So, when we found out that they were back in stock, I went and got two. At first we thought, well, let's just get one, but nope, I'm getting two. This show could last
serious.
a while. Oh yes.
That's serious.
I'm going into my 80s. I'll be just
people will be here watching.
I know, we're all going to get older together, aren't we? Anyway, we've got a lot to do tonight. We got some card making to do. We have some celebrating to do. We have some giveaways to do. So I think we should probably get started. I forgot to ask you, did you have a question for me?
I do. I have been wondering, what is Craft Roulette?
That was very good because I really did forget to ask you. Let's find out. Thank you guys for coming tonight.
What is Craft Roulette? Craft Roulette is a live paper crafts challenge show where the goal is to complete a project that has been randomly selected by the spin of a wheel. There are 4 categories we spin for: project, colors, element, and random. Each category has 24 possible options with a combined possibility of 331,776 unique projects. Whoa. We're live every Friday at 6:30 p.m. Central on youtube.com/craftroulette. Please like and subscribe. Each week we bring on a special guest crafter to create along with us and share their unique take on the challenge. You can play too. Complete a unique project of your own using the same 4 parameters set in this episode. You'll have 48 hours to contribute by submitting pictures of your project through the submission form on craftroulette.live. Contributions are featured on marygunfund.com's weekly episode blog and the next episode. Let's recap last week's episode and submissions.
You guys you never miss a beat, do you? Whoa. Sandy and Travis Boone sent me a picture of a hamburger thing that I declare it was like 20 layers of hamburger and cheese and lettuce and pickle and all that. And then at the top it said, whoa. And I thought, what does that whoa mean? Does it mean like, whoa, don't eat this? This is terrible for you? Is it whoa? Tell us you have to yell whoa when you're at the restaurant when you get too much of it and you're done. I don't know. That might actually be kind of fun, like eating those huge steaks. Anyway, that was fun, Sandy. Whoa is just part of our culture right here on Craft Roulette. We do have a lot of culture. If you are new here, I'm sorry. It's just a lot of things that we refer to that are normal for us anymore, but they may seem a little strange. One of those things may be that we're going to talk about our first timers and welcome you. We're going to talk about our major milestone achievers, our MMAs. We're going to talk about our leading ladies and Club 52 members. So, because we like to celebrate here, we appreciate, in the old days, we used to look at all your cards and things, and then it got ridiculous. Now we have 260 coming in a week, and so it's all over. Welcome, Elisa. Nice to have you. So, last week was episode 153. Let's see what came through our email. We had 260 contributions, which was a new record. I didn't expect it. I was really surprised. And I was up last night checking to see if it went over 258, which was our former record, and it did. And so then I went to sleep and I rested well. But that means we are over 13,000 total submissions for the 3 years that we have been here. You can see how those pins all drop in all over the world. We have now hit all the major continents, and it's just fun. It's just darn fun to see all this and meet you all and be a part of your little crafting world. I imagine you all over the world in your little crafty space, looking at those parameters, thinking, what is she talking about? But still pulling them together and making some cool cards and sharing them with them. I think that's just the nicest thing in the world. And thank you so much for being a part of our world. There we are. There's mine. Last week's parameters were you had to have something kind of a rounded edge, 2 blues plus 2 other colors. You had to include flowers and some sort of fussy cutting, or fussy cussing, as some people were saying. Apparently, not everybody is team pro fussy cut, but I am. I like it, and you guys managed too. So well done. Thank you for sticking with it, doing things that are hard and not something you always just love. That's very cool. That was my card. There's Miss Biddy Penny. That was she was our guest, and she made that on material. She painted it with watercolor on material. It was very interesting. If you didn't see it, you may want to go back and see that, because I had never done that, and I may never do that, but I really appreciated that she did it. It's gorgeous. And Betty Penny is always a very welcome and pleasant guest. We had a good time. Thank you, Betty. The next part is on a timer. And are we bringing in a friend?
Do you want to come in, Crafty Al?
She's coming with us. She's going to be here and looking at these cards with us and saying, well done, kiss your brain. We're going to talk about our first timers, but we're not really, because it's really fast. We're going to welcome the first timers, our major milestone achievers, which will be the people that have sent in 25, 50, 75 and above cards, our leading ladies for the week, and then Club 52 we have 3. So it's a great week here on Craft Roulette to say, yahoo! I'm ready. Are you ready?
All right, here we
Let's
go.
Do
ready.
It. Angela, first timer from Hampton. Sandy, welcome. Jackson, we're glad to have you from Illinois. Look at that. Rhonda from Massachusetts, a pretty wreath. Connie from Oregon. Hip, hip. Shelly from Oregon.
Nice.
Marlene from Arizona.
Love that blending.
Looks like your abstract blob. Lisa from Ohio. I have that stamp. Marie from Germany.
German.
Joe from Las Vegas. I like that. It looks like a corsage.
Looks tropical.
Cindy from Tallahassee. Shanna Makes It from Indiana. She has a video on this too, on our process videos. Angelica from Texas. Do you know what that style is? I don't. It's cool. Ingrid from Spokane. Jennifer from Aurora. Sharon from Canada. Gibbons, Alberta. That's interesting. I like it. Joan from the Netherlands. Thank you for having a name I could pronounce.
Netherlands.
That's right. Emily from Los Altos. Crafty Al's husband is from the Netherlands. Laureen from Los Altos. Did I say her? Wendy from Washington. So hard to keep my brain straight. Leslie from New Mexico.
You.
Yeah, that's okay. It's easy. Kimberly from Wisconsin. Sue from Florida. Yeah.
Love that fence.
Haneke from New York. All first-time contributors. Darla
Amazing.
from New Mexico. How many styles? I don't even know. Nikki from Idaho. Stephanie from Scottsdale. 3D, I think. Christine from Oregon. Alexis from Georgia. Our major milestone first achiever with 25 is Dawn Wilcox. 25 silver major milestone for Natasha. A 25 milestone for Katie. I'm still trying to learn how to say all these. Marika, I think, 25 from the Netherlands. Wanda from Idaho has sent in 50 cards. It's her golden anniversary. Ashley has also sent in 50. There she is with little Harrison. Brenda has also sent in 50. She's from Iowa. Lena Marie, you've reached 75. It's your diamond anniversary. I'm so proud of you. Kay has sent in 100. She is a new mug clubber. Feline has also sent in 100. She is also a new mug clubber. Smurf Murphy is our leading lady with 114. And she met Amanda. We'll talk about that. Jackie is her twin leading lady with 114. Kathy Herring has sent in 118. That's a cutie. 5K now. 6K Lamone has sent in 120. So she's pretty up there. And Ellen Card Monkey Jarvis has sent in 131 consecutive. And Patty Beck, our leading lady, 148. Agnes Hearn is now new to Club 52. Jen Zay is also new to Club 52. And Larissa Woolley is now new to Club 52. Yay! Yes, indeed. Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Way to go, guys. That was beautiful.
It's kind of gets us all ready to think about making things, doesn't it? What Club 52 is, it just means you've sent in 52 cards, and that's a year's worth of cards. There's no discounts, there's no frequent flyer miles, no special lounges, no nothing, except for the pure joy of knowing you have been with us for a year out of our 3 years. So we congratulate you all, and thank you so much for being a part of Craft Roulette. You guys really do make the show. You really do. We love it. So thank you for watching those with me. We're still working on the logistics of this part of the show. We've done it with me for a long time. We've done so many different things. But you got to try it and see if it works. So
exactly.
We'll have a little debrief and we'll figure this one out yet. But anyway, are you ready?
I thought I was until you just asked me that, but yes. Let's go.
It's time to put last week away and face the parameters once again. So, Mr. Producer, bring them on. There they are. We're going to be spinning for a new project, new colors, new element, and a random who knows what. And no ringing. I'm sorry. We're going to not have any ringing. We talked about it on the Patron group, but we don't have the mechanics for it. And so, anyway, it's not going to work. But we are going to be spinning for one of those in each column, and to know what we're going to be working with tonight on our improvisational card making. First, however, we do give our patrons an opportunity to veto 3 of those elements, and that means if the wheel does land on them, we aren't going to use them. We're going to spin again. That doesn't mean you can't use them if those parameters fit into the parameters we do get. At this time, I'm expecting your eyes to be glazed over going, what did she just say? Hang on, we're going to explain it. It's all going to make sense pretty soon. But first, let's find out what the patrons said no to. They said, no thank you to baby colors. No baby colors. Down 21. There it is. They said no thank you to March. Which is... There it is. You found it faster than I. And they said no thank you to pre-printed, number 6. All right, very good. This is your chance, Crafty Owl. You usually study this pretty seriously. You've had family discussions on this.
I have notes.
And what do your notes say?
Well, do I do my favorite yet or just my veto?
Start with your veto if you could, so I don't get confused. I'm easily confused.
So March was definitely on the top 3 of the chopping block, but I figured something out. But I'm going to have to get rid of Western, which is number 3 under elements, please. Nothing
Western?
here.
Western is out.
Thank you for
Western is
knowing the number.
Yeah.
you get extra points. Now we like to
I
ask
need
our
them.
guests. Yes, brownie points. Now we like to ask our guests also to put their chips on the table. What would you like? People have gotten a couple of their favorites, and it's pretty fun. If you picked your own parameters, what would you pick?
Well, I'm going to go on project number 1, see-through. Because if you've been around my channel long, you know I love clear cards. So I could always make a clear card.
Yes, you could.
For colors, that's usually the one I have some issues with. But you know I am hashtag Team Rainbow number 13.
Yes,
then I can use anything.
I put it on there for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
For element, I know it's kind of like robots here, where some people love them, some people hate them, but I'm going to go with gnomes. And I know I'm going to get a lot of boos over there, but gnomes number 7.
Yep. You either love them or hate them. They are like robots. They are the robots of underneath toadstools.
Okay. Now, finally, because I have really been trying to focus on using what I have, and I've been digging to the back of my bins, I'm going for an old product, which might be number 9. I can't read my handwriting.
It is number 9.
So maybe you could pull out something old.
So you would like a see-through card that you can use all the colors in the rainbow if you'd like. And gnome. I'll be darned. This is interesting. I didn't think you would be a gnome file. I knew you weren't a robot file. Okay.
No.
And then an old product. And I have a box of old stamps in my closet. So I just saw those tonight before the show. So maybe we will get to use some old wooden stamps. What do you think? All right.
Let's do it.
Well, let's warm this guy up. All the best to us all. Hope we get some good spins tonight. Hi, sweet sentiment. For project, will we get see-through? Come on, number 1. Whoops, not quite. A shaped card. Okay, we'll talk about this. Hang on. For colors, what will we get? I used to spin him harder. I was yellow, green, and blue. That was vetoed last week, and you always get the neutrals: black, gray, white, cream, tan, brown, and metallics. For element, what will we be doing with the shaped card, the yellow, green, blue, on using superheroes? He always has the best face on an element, I'm telling you. But we can
that might have been number
this.
4 on my top. Okay.
I have ways around. We can always do workarounds. And random superheroes. It's their night. I've got their shirt on. What is it? I don't even know where the wheel is. Fancy cycles. We got to use some fancy cycles. Okay. All right. Well, I guess talking about those super glue guys kind of inspired Mr. Wheel.
All right.
Okay, let's go through these because they're I'm seeing superheroes. Okay, we're going to talk, but what is we'll talk about it. We'll get to it. Shaped card. Let's talk. Oh, I'm supposed to do one more thing before I start that. This is a part where we like to say, remember, this is your art project. Whatever you think is your interpretation using those 4 parameters, those 4 real parameters. You can't make them up. Like, you can't say a shaped card is a not a shape card. You can't say yellow, green, and blue are the same as red, purple, and orange, because they're not. So, but we will talk about how to get around some of those things and make them work better for you. But it is your art project. We don't tell you what to use, and we don't tell you what media to use. We don't tell you what how to do it. We're leaving you out there on your own. But I think you'll have fun with it. One thing is there are different ways to interpret these parameters, these crazy parameters. You can take the, hey Google, what is a shaped card kind of definition, or you can take the whole spectrum clear over to, I'm making this blobby thing and it's going to be fluid and it's going to be all sorts of curves and straight lines and all sorts of things to be a shaped card. And it's like that for all 4 projects.
Parameters.
Yes, parameters. Thank you. So, but this is an honor system. We do expect you to use all 4 of the parameters and use it in ways that are reasonable, but stretched. We like stretch. We just want reason. And if you do have something that you have stretched beyond a recognizable shape or form or whatever, please leave it in the description so we know what you're talking about. Okay, shaped cards. First thing that comes to mind is
rectangle.
Rectangle's a shape.
Rectangle is a shape. I knew that was coming. I knew it, and it is.
No, that's a joke. I'm thinking circle.
Circle is often
Was my
Both
often
equally
used.
shapes.
They are. A triangle, a banner, but it does say card, so it wouldn't be box. But you could make a box with a card on it if you wanted to, or have a card hanging from a made basket or something like that. Those things would all work. But yeah, a rectangle is a square. The Ardith square. A rectangle is a shape, and so honestly, you really could do it. And nobody's gonna send you to Craft Roulette prison, I don't think, are they? Not for that.
Not me.
Not him. He's the chief of police, and he's saying not him. Now, we do have Deputy Heidi, but she pretty much does whatever.
She's pretty tough.
She is tough.
I'm corrupt. She's tough.
So
I forgot to pay her. Oh, wait, no, corrupt.
Oh!
I forgot to pay Steven.
Wait, I'm not getting a cut of that. We'll talk later.
So I think we'll be okay with shaped cards. If you've never done a shaped card and it makes you very nervous, don't not do this because it makes you terribly nervous and you don't know what to do. But there are always YouTube channels that talk about all these different things. Okay, Mary, you just said an egg shape. That's really good for Easter coming up. A star shape. Also, yeah, anything that you just leave that folded hinge because it is a card. Mm-hmm. So you need to have that thing there. But other than that, we're good. Colors, yellow, green, and blue. So we're going to have a lot of analogous things going on. But those are really pretty in spring.
Explain the spectrum.
So let's look at this guy. All right, yellow, green, and blue. And I'm going to zoom in for you just a second. Here's trusty Mr. Color Wheel. That means that you can use all sorts of colors within yellow, green, and blue. If you wanted to do yellow, orange, I don't think that's necessarily a problem because it might help your project. If you want to use plain yellow, all the darks and lights of yellow, that's groovy. And if a yellow, green would it would be a green. It's a yellow. I'm cool with it. Mr. Producer shaking his head. A pure green of all the different shades. It's all fine. And a blue-green even would work. So, and then, of course, just blue. If you have trouble with this and you don't understand colors, because a lot of people don't, you can always go to Google and just Google, show me yellow, green, and blue palettes. And it will behave for you. So that's another option. But don't worry about it feeling like you're too limited because you've got all those different shades. So the gallery will definitely be yellow, green, and blue. No pinks, no reds. But you can always put in pops of metallics. You could do some holographic paper, add some color with pretty sequins that are holographic, and white. always is always good. And then the neutrals, which do not include red, purple, orange, orange, or anything like that. But, you know, most of us like either blue, green, or yellow. And you don't have to have all of them equal. You can focus on whatever color as your primary focus, however you want, including if you just want little bits of those colors on a big white canvas of your shaped card. So it's not quite team rainbow. It's kind of like quasi rainbow, but you can do some good ink blending.
Well, you know, I forgot. Like, I know that I freaked out for a second when superheroes came up, but I already knew what I was going to do if superheroes came up. So I think it will go good with some bright yellow, bright green, bright blue, like primary. I think so.
Yeah. Good. Excellent. These guys can't be on as they are because they have red capes. So, sorry, guys. That's just the way it is.
Let's talk about superheroes.
Let's talk about superheroes.
Because this is one that has that very Google literal of, you know, the Marvel, etc.
Mm-hmm.
But superheroes is a very personal thing.
Right. Right.
And so...
Remember when this show first started, what was going on? We were all in lockdown. And remember what people were calling superheroes then? It wasn't Batman. It wasn't Scrapman or Croppin. It was doctors and neighbors and police and first responders. So if you have a personal superhero in your life, celebrate them. If that means you're going to make them a card with their name because you find them a superhero, go ahead and celebrate them. We're all about it. It doesn't have to be the characters of superheroes. So, but you have a character in mind?
Actually, no. It had nothing to do with a person, but when I thought of superheroes, I thought of comic books. And one time when I was working in the elementary library, I made a bulletin board where I did kind of like that blocky background, you know, that you have when you draw a comic, but it was all bright colors.
Panels.
Yeah. So I thought maybe I'd try to recreate that on a circle. And I like the idea of maybe if I have a teacher stamp, because I know they were calling teachers superheroes too when everybody had to, you know, educate their own children. So I was originally just going to do a big word, but I'm going to see what I have for teacher stamps too.
That I do have a teacher stamp too. I just thought of that. So, but you could also have something that's iconic of a teacher, like a green apple, but not a red one.
You know, I love office supplies. Could I have a big pencil?
Is that a superhero?
See,
pencil is only a cape away from being a superhero.
That's exactly right. It's just a cape, because all you have to do is draw a cape on anything and it becomes a superhero. If you have a little bunny stamp, you can draw a little cape. It is not hard. I'll tell you, look, there they are.
See, my superhero.
Two little triangles and then a little Christmas tree.
My superhero wasn't going to be a person, though, remember? It was just that background. I was just going to pull that.
If you can justify it, you can do it.
Okay.
But your justification may take the rest of the show. That's all right. And then fancy circles. To me, what's a fancy circle to me is something like a circle that has maybe some pretty paper on it, some kind of decoration, letters, numbers, words, like superhero, you are, and you can have more fancy circles than just a couple. You can have lots, or you can just have a few, but you have to have a few, and it can just be pretty papers. It could be vellum. You could have your superhero if you have it could be your shape. You could use that for your shape card too, and that would be a 2P card where you double dip and have two parameters in one little part of your card. So I don't know what I'm going to do quite. I do have a superhero stamp, and that was kind of what I thought I would use. But I kind of want to show people how to make a Easter bunny into a superhero too. So I may use that after all. But all right. Well, do you think you have some ideas?
I think so.
New timer,
I think I'll come back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's always the biggie. We just want you to come back. First timers, are you getting the hang of this craziness? I hope. Oh, a grandson's coloring book. Deputy Heidi, that's a pretty darn good idea. And you might be able to find some digiprints too that have some superheroes. So it's not hard. If you don't have a stamp, don't panic. There's always ways to do things. So there's no parameter that's not doable. All right, let's get ready to do our craft, Miss Crafty Al. So glad to have you here. You're always a good sport. But first, here's a very sophisticated ad from In Review, our other show. We'll be right back. Does card making ever wear you out? Are you just having one of those days? Do you ever say to yourself, I wish there were more Craft Roulette on each week? Well, have we got good news for you? In Review is like part 2 of Craft Roulette, which features you, our card contributors. It'll be easy to find because it airs here on our Craft Roulette YouTube channel. We go live almost every Tuesday evening at 6:30 p.m. Central, and we do a number of fun things during the show, including Mail Call, where I share some of the nice cards and goodies people send us. Our Card Showcase, where we take a longer look at some of the contributions sent in from the most recent episode. And our Who Done It Mystery Game, where I recreate a card from the most recent episode's gallery, live on air. Everyone in the live chat gets to try and figure out which card I'm recreating. So, if you want more of what we do on Craft Roulette, you'll love our show, In Review. The Whodunit Mystery Game is just a game, and we do not actually solve mysteries, but we do actually solve mysteries. The show is supposed to be on Tuesdays, but we reserve the right to reschedule as necessary. Mary will not always know what she is doing, especially with buttons and or math. Stretchy pants and snacks are not required, but advisable. Please bring a friend. Too much fun for one person included. Alrighty, welcome back. We haven't gotten word that Crafty Al's quite ready, but we still know that she's in the room. So we're hopeful she hasn't run. She's not the runaway bride. I was going to just show you, I'm going to come down a little bit. Oh, I am already? Okay. I was going to show you how to make like a bear into a superhero. Because it's not hard. Love it when we can share ideas. Okay. Using my superhero guys, my super glue guys. Say you have a cute little bear and you want him to be a superhero. That's a normal Friday night activity. Okay, just grab this, it's easier. So one of the things that a superhero often has is a mask. So you can just draw a little mask around his eyes like so and then color it in. I'm scribbling it in because it's a messy superhero. And then you put a little triangle there. A little triangle there. He's starting to look like Elvis at Halloween. And then just a little tree. A little Christmas tree behind him. And there you've got his little super cape. And then another thing that a lot of people think of superheroes is a star. So he's cute. Maybe I should use him. He's cute. I was going to use something else. And I'll tie it on just like that. There you go. That's That's how you do it. If you want to go that way, but you can go any way you want. Did I just see Mary Poppins as a superhero? That's kind of a cute idea. She's definitely Matt. Oh, Jay was saying that. That's good. Who else is some superheroes in your group here? Who? I didn't make fancy circles, no. I just made a funny little bear, and I kind of like him. Would he be my superhero? You know, he might be. He's here, and he's already started. And I could use a lot of neutrals on him. So that would be important, too. If you are having trouble with being frozen, sometimes it works just to go out and come back in. So that's all I really know on that. I don't know too much. Oh, yes, Amy Moore, that's a good idea. Put a circle around the star, and there's that's a circle. That's a fancy circle. You know the ways well. I like it. You know, when Craft Roulette first started 3 years ago, the parameters, the combinations of parameters really did take a while to get used to. It was a little bit odd, and it did take a little while to get used to them and understand how to work with them. But now it's like second nature. And like Gwen Simmons she went on a real binge with the parameters from last week. So they do become a bit of some well-kissed brain worms there, because you can keep making things and they don't even look the same. And just have so much fun. I am going to use this little guy, which changes the colors I got. This is one of my favorite little bear things, but this is going to be a super bear, super yogi, but with a twist. So I'm not going to cut it. Oh, yes, a circle. I don't have to make a good circle, do I, Amy Moore?
We're going to bring Crafty Owl back in.
Ooh, let's see what she's got. All right,
I have a whole mess. I have a whole mess of stuff here. I think first I'm going to have to build my background. So I got out my colored cardstocks. For my shaped card, I am going to do a circle. So I'll just be using that die, and I'll cut it so a little is hanging off the top. But then I need a real circle for, my card front. So just going to do some cutting right now.
All righty. Where's your pencil?
It's a good point. A pencil is not a superhero. So I have to come back to that later. I'm going to have to figure out later.
It could be super pencil.
Yeah, I think the moral of the story is anything can be a superhero.
I actually have some crafting tools in my sketches that I was going to release to the patrons, but at another time, and they could totally be superheroes. I can put capes on those things, and they can transform just from these characters to superhero characters, but maybe not. Maybe another day. All right, so I've got what am I going to do? I'm going to clean up my lines here a little bit. May ruin it, but that is one fancy circle. I think in about 15 minutes, we're going to be wishing we could buy off the wheel for some red,
I was thinking that exact same thing, because you're like, oh, put a cape on a pencil, but I would want a red cape.
Right.
I don't know why.
Right. We are stuck in our ways.
Red seems pretty neutral to me.
Now, didn't I just talk about that?
You did. I'm not going to try to make red a neutral.
Colors are the one category that we have to be kind of strict with.
Because red really isn't blue.
Yeah.
I'm going to play nice. I'll play nice.
You're a good girl. I wouldn't think any other way about you.
I love a rule.
I do know that about you. Do indeed. Who's crafting with us tonight? Oh, a metallic or silver cape. That's a really good idea now that I've covered.
Oh, that is a good idea.
Yeah, like Elvis.
Oh, that would be.
Gold capes would be great. Oh, Vicky Ruda, you're up. You took a nap. She's in the UK and she is now a mug clubber. She got her mug and Adrian, are you awake? I bet he's not. We want Adrian's card. Can you guys all put in a thumbs up for Adrian to put in a card because we're working on him. Vicky has sent in 100 cards and we haven't gotten one from Adrian, her husband. But he makes cards. So say, yay, Adrian. Bring it on.
Yo, Adrian. Sorry, that's my bad Rocky impression.
If you're in Philadelphia, Rocky's a superhero.
That's probably true. If you're in Kansas City, Patrick Mahomes is.
Yes.
Too soon.
Too soon to... I kind of... But Travis Kelce? No? Oh, Chiefs. They went. Okay, so my little bear, is he going to be kind of a pretty yellow? Or should he go neutral? I don't know. A little bit of color. I wonder, he could be hiding too. He could be kind of a sneaky bear. That poor little star bled a little bit. It's okay. You are just cutting and cutting and cutting, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm going to try to see if I can make a little, what do you call it, Stephen, a panel background?
Comic books have panels. That's the nomenclature, I believe.
Great. Okay, not only do we have panels, but now you bring in nomenclature. So fancy. All the big words tonight.
We are. They're fulfilling.
I was going to say, that's fine if you bring in the big words. Okay. I really would like some red, yeah, but we're going to figure this out.
Oh. Kind of painful. It would be too easy.
Yeah.
But I would have taken
Can't make it too easy.
But I would have taken a little easy. I'm going to just make the top round, I think. That's kind of a lame thing to do. But that's how it's going to be tonight. Can he... Ann Schmidt asked, can you, Mr. Producer, spell the big word too?
I already replied no.
Oh.
Not going to try either.
You know, what I have discovered with all those red squiggly lines is that I must have spelled things wrong for almost my whole entire life.
on emails and stuff. Yeah, it's always getting me too. Yeah.
Yep. It must. I didn't know I was such a bad speller.
Where's the bear stamp from? People are asking.
It's an ancient stamp from close to my heart. I have all old stuff. But it was always a good one. And I have a whole bear series with this stamp set in Pinterest, and it's good. It's got it's real good, let me tell you. It's got these guys as Frankie and Annette Funicello, Frankie Avalon and Annette Funicello. I did a whole series on them. They've got American Gothic with these guys. There's one where he's giving. Remember when charcoal facials were in? He's giving. This one is a stylist giving somebody a charcoal facial at one point. So there's lots of bear ones. I think it's available. I'll look it up and see if I can find it for you because it's pretty hilarious. Talk about your benders. I was on a bear bender.
Now, those were cards you made or ones that you found?
No, they
using
were
that
all
bear?
by my little hands.
Nice.
Oh, my busy little hands.
Ooh.
Okay, I think a gray bear. There's no gray bears probably, but
Oh, I bet there is.
you think?
A dirty polar bear.
Pretty polar. That sounds like a bad dad joke in the making. Amanda, can you work on that? Amanda Stevens. Oh, so Amanda Stevens sends me bad dad jokes. It's the best thing in the world. And I open up her messages, and she was just on your Oh So Inspired, so it made me think of this. But I open up her messages, and I just start laughing because I know it's going to be a bad dad joke. And so but I'm thinking a dirty polar bear is a really good idea for a bad dad joke, but I'm not sure how to live it out. Maybe I'll think of it in the middle of the night, and it won't make any sense, but it will be fine. That's looking kind of cool, by the way. I like your color blocking.
Hopefully I didn't just mess it up with, with this die. All right, so there we go. I really would like some red, but...
Here's Vanna White. Can we buy a vowel or buy a red? Buy a color. Definitely would be red at this point. If I were to buy a color.
Yeah. I didn't realize how red-centric our superheroes were.
Indeed. I think we'll see lots of metallics maybe as an option. Mm-hmm.
Okay, now I just got to figure out what to put on it. That seemed way too easy. So here comes the hard part, I think.
Get the pencil out.
Yeah. I can't draw
put a cape
like
on
you.
It. Oh, you can put two little... Yeah, you can. You could even do, with your little scrap, you could even put a little cape on him. Watch this. Watch this. This could be your pencil right there. Then we just put some little triangles on him. So that looks like this. Whoops, that's not the right way. You can have a fancy oh, there's your fancy stuff right there. Okay. Let's cut it.
Hey, you don't realize how loud plastic packaging is until you're trying to be quiet. Oh my gosh. Okay.
But it's only, I think probably only we can hear it.
Oh, okay. That was loud.
So it's okay. It was.
It's like when you're trying to tiptoe and you sound like an elephant or something.
Yes. Or you whisper and you're really not quiet at all when you're whispering. Whoa, I'm not going to say anything loud. But, yep, it's true. Oh, this is cute, actually. I kind of like it. Super pencil. He may be my next superhero.
All right, I'm gonna try to make a cape. I'm gonna try to make a cape.
Go for it. What's gonna happen if it doesn't work? Nothing. You're gonna have to start over.
I was gonna tell you I'm gonna cry, but I won't cry. It's a card. It doesn't have to be perfect.
Does not. It has to. Looky there. There's a pencil in the making, except he's not yellow. And we'll just. Okay. Crafty Owl, I'm about to have something for you to
What?
look at.
Okay.
Okay. There's my pencil. Except he's not sharpened yet. And he's got a cape on.
Right. He's got a collared cape. That even got fancy. I was
Oh,
just
yeah.
going to put little triangles behind him.
Oh, yeah.
All
Well, it's
right,
not.
well.
Yeah, you can do it.
So nobody in the chatterbox is going to get mad if I make a pencil a superhero, right?
You know, I feel better when I have a pencil in my hand. So to me, a pencil is an important part of my
Just imagine
life.
all those times where you've really needed a pencil. If you had one, that
Well-
pencil would be a superhero.
Yes.
Well, you know I'm going to have to bring in a Hamilton reference, and Hamilton wrote his way out.
You got it.
Well, a superhero needs a slogan, so there you go. Or a mission.
It's a iconic pencil from Hamilton.
Yes. Again, yeah, we're just people going with my background, the superhero. Just reminds me of that.
Yeah.
I lost my stamp set. Oh, wait. I just found a sentiment on here. It says you're super nifty. I think that's what I'll use.
I think that's perfect. Get so lucky on that. Okay, so there's this little guy, and he is going to... I did this for my nephew, or my cousin's little kids one year.
People are asking what the pencil stamp set is.
Because they
This
love
is-
superheroes.
I had to have this stamp set. It's by CC Designs. And it's called Nerdy. Now, I got this a couple years ago, probably 3 years ago, and it was on like a deep discount. So I don't know if they discontinued it or they were just having a sale. But yeah, it's totally cute.
It is really cute. Oops. Okay. Okay, stay.
I like to dry my Memento ink, so I'm going to mute myself for just a second.
You don't have to worry.
You don't have to worry about it. We've
you
got
sure?
Mr.
Okay.
Producer.
Here I go.
Yeah, this one, I did do a hipster on this one too. And pulchritudinous was involved. The word pulchritudinous, I think, was involved with this bear that when he was a hipster, but I don't remember what that means. This
I
little
have the
bear is going to
dyes,
be
but-
able to fly, which really makes him super. Yeah, right around the ears. Notice I am not cussing. I'm just fussing. You're fussy cutting
I might be
too.
cussing in my head, yes. Because I would have had to cut the dies apart, and nobody has time for that.
Thank you. Would that be a project that you would have used your scan and cut, or no? It's just kind of simple, isn't it? 'Cause
Yes,
it's so
if I did,
straight
it was actually really quick. But yes, if I didn't have the dies, I definitely could have.
And have you found that you use that a lot?
Yeah, I do actually. For me, I've gotten, I think, my investment out of it.
That's good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because I discovered that I can cut stencil material on it. I can't on my
Oh,
silhouette.
that's nice.
Yeah, I make my own stencils.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah. And so if you watch my channel, you know I'm not the biggest colorist, or that's not my favorite thing to do. So I do selective coloring a lot, which is when I'll just color parts of the image, which is good since I can't use like pink for the eraser.
It's true. Mr. Wheel was looking out for you.
Yeah.
Just didn't seem like it at the time. So you can fly him around. Maybe I could put a tree trunk there. That's way too fancy. Okay, so let's see. I've got a circle. I can have multiple circles. That's why the apostrophe S, but you can have just one circle if you want. You can have multiple superheroes or just one superhero. You do need to use yellow, green, blue, plus your neutrals and metallics. And a shaped card. This is really real lame. But you know what I might do? I might make some clouds and then just cut the clouds around as my shape. Pretty busy, isn't it? He has a hard time standing out from there. That's better. I was going to put him maybe in a pocket.
Gloria is suggesting a light brown for the eraser. Might work.
That's a good idea because it's pretty close to pink.
Yeah, I'll just, I love the selective color. Well, but yes, I did see it, and I know that I could have used the brown down here too, but thank you, though, for that suggestion.
Here we go
again.
I'm going to cut a couple circles and make some clouds.
I thought my pencil guy would look cool with some sunglasses, so we're going to see if I can get him some. Do I have any questions this week? Or are we too into our crafting?
Well, I was thinking, man, we are just like really into this. This is quite the thing.
I know.
But I had just stepped away, so.
Okay.
I do have some questions because our patrons get to ask our guests questions, and they always ask the nicest, greatest questions. So, Dina Hiltbrand asks, and I don't know if I have an answer for this one, but she says, what one word best describes your craft room?
Hamilton.
Well, I was trying to think more like something like, for instance, it was completely clean before I started this, and now it is a disaster. So is there one word that could like explain that?
Tornado?
Yeah, that's what I usually call it, like a tornado has went through. But yes, I also have tons of Hamilton stuff. Hamilfan.
Did you see it when it was... You saw it, right?
I have seen it a lot of times. I have been in the front row twice. Here, I mean,
stars.
not in New York or anything, but here in Omaha.
That's good.
So.
But they never did call you and say, hey, we want you on.
Darn it.
I really thought, you should just try that. Next time. Next time, just say, you need me on the stage. I just want to be one of the chambermaids. I'll actually be a chambermaid. Just let me on the darn stage.
Oh, I might freak out if I got up on the stage. While I might come on camera here and go live, being in front of people is like my worst nightmare.
Oh, you do it so easily here.
I mean, at least when I was working at the school, I got more used to it, because I had to be in front of kids a lot. But
oh yeah,
and if I like what I'm doing, I can talk about it and be fine, I think.
Oh, I think so. I think you're very capable of doing that. And being a chambermaid on stage, you'd be fine. But if it gets you on there and gets you into the practices and stuff, that'd be worth it.
That's true. I'd figure something out.
Oh yeah. But I thought, and then you would say, "Hey, I'm going to promote you on my channel."
I'm not sure that would, get them too much. But I do promote them whenever I can on my channel.
But you don't know. I still want you to try. When are they coming back? All right for you.
They were just in Lincoln not very long ago, but I did not go.
Oh. Okay. So a tornado, well, your one word then maybe is tornado?
Yeah, I saw here Caitlin had evolving or adaptable. I think that sounds more positive, so I do like that. Nice.
That is a nice way to put it. That is evolving. Adaptable. Useful. It's useful. Pleasant. Happy.
I am happy when I'm in here.
Mm-hmm. Those are all good things. Might be smaller than I thought it would be in the first place. Should he be hiding behind? I hear one of your kitties.
Because you can hear that. I have the door shut.
I didn't want them
coming down.
Yeah, I can hear. Oh, Lyndon, I'm so sorry. Poor kitty.
And it is Lyndon, too.
I know. Lyndon loves us. He loves Craft Roulette.
For the people asking, can this thing or that thing be a superhero? Yes. If you make it a superhero, it will be a superhero.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I am a superhero. Thank you.
Oh,
his name is spelled with a PH. Stephen. We taught him how to spell it by saying it was Stephen.
Okay, that reminds me. We had this little student, and their last name was Pfluger with PF, and they would all say Pfluger. I loved it.
Pfluger. That's really close to some other rhyming words that I bet other kids used. Pfluger and his balugers. You know the difference between a little boy and a booger, or a broccoli and, I'm sorry, some dumb thing. Broccoli and boogers. You know the difference?
No.
Little boys won't eat broccoli.
Love it.
Yeah.
Okay, my cape turned out really bad.
Oh,
I might have to try that again.
Well,
it's
for
not
your first
even.
cape, that's not bad. But it could be in the wind. Capes?
Well, it looks like it's in a tornado. I will tell you that.
It's realistic. He's in action.
I'll give it up.
In action. Because he's an action-packed superhero.
Don't have it go past the tip, Look at where the cape ends on.
It's a mid-length.
Yeah, I was just trying to get a good angle. Then I was going to trim it off, but my angle got all nutso.
It's a nice midi length. Below the knee. World War II style.
We got our first contribution already
from
Karen.
And here we are just talking.
Oh my. Way to go, Karen.
That's great. Mary Youngblood asks a question that sounds, she's in Australia. She's already in tomorrow. So she's had already a day and a half. Well then, Karen, she is a mug clubber, by the way, whose mug has not been sent. Mary Youngblood asks, and she has a cat too, if you were banned from listening to Hamilton for a month, what other songs would get on Crafty Owl's playlist?
Sure. So definitely Hades Town. It is, when I saw that, it's another musical, and seriously, it almost overtook Hamilton. So you know how good that, yeah. So I love to listen to that, and I'm a huge fan of the Chicks, formerly the Dixie Chicks, and I have talked about it on my channel, but they're coming here in August, and I got front row seats, and I
For Pete's sake.
Oops, excited.
Oh, that's exciting.
So,
That
yeah.
is good. They were quite the entertainers. I haven't seen them in a long time, but we used to listen to the Chicks quite a bit when in our day.
Okay,
Our
I'm
old
gonna go
barn
let my cat
days.
down here. I'll be right
Okay.
back. I'm just gonna
Oh,
let her
okay.
in because she's scratching on the door.
This is the cat that mooned us last time. So beware.
Yeah, hopefully she'll just want to be down here and be fine. Okay.
Just friendly. She'd probably now, if she's any respectable cat, she'll walk around, go, I got in. I'm out.
She is not respectable. We know
She's
that.
not. Well, I was hoping maybe she'd matured.
I do still have your drawing.
Yep, we got mooned by Lyndon last one time. And so I did draw Crafty Owl as if she were in Hamilton, and I drew her kitty with a little bit of jewelry. There it is.
And there's literally a
and
gem
there's-
on there. And here's the culprit.
There you are. Hey, Lyndon, how are you? Are you enjoying the almost spring with the birds and the mice coming out? Our cat has spring fever. He is just restless.
Yeah,
He
they
is
got to
ready
go
to kill
out for a
some
little
mice.
bit. They got to go out a little bit, like a couple weeks ago, maybe. And yes, now they just sit at the door, and I know they're just longing to go out.
We want to go to the really big room.
Yeah. And guess who's coming back?
What a good
Here, I'll
kitty.
push her a little bit out of frame. There. Stay right there.
Oh, we like kitties here.
I just got this holographic paper, so I'm actually going to use something I bought.
Well, you gotta like that.
Yes.
Sylvia Podrazik, who is a Polish lady who lives in the UK and a lovely, lovely supporter of Craft Roulette. She always does a story on 24 hours before the show. There's Lyndon before the show, and so we really appreciate what she does. And this is her second anniversary with Craft Roulette because she started watching us 2 years ago in March. So she asks, "Oh, this is a terrible thought. This kind of thought makes me very upset." But she asks, what would you do if you were not able to do paper crafting? Honestly, that is upsetting. It's just like, I don't want to ever think about that.
I like, not that I'm like super odd, like fine artistic, but I used to work for Kinko's, it was called then, and I was in like document creation and did like some like basic. I like that kind of stuff. I used to, and I used to love a long time ago to learn like basic websites, but again, now it's way too advanced. But I like design stuff. So probably
that,
like
so
that.
you still stay in, but move on over to computers, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah. Fair enough. There's still a lot of. Have you started using Procreate or anything like that on your iPad where you draw things and actually make?
No, I want
like
to
it.
like I would love to be able to draw my own stuff, but like if I can draw an oval, I'm good.
Ovals are hard. They're symmetric. And remember when you made your abstract blob, how easy it was because it wasn't symmetric. It just gave you all sorts of leniency there. This is kind of a funny tree. It looks like Hanna-Barbera tree. And then this guy's just going to fit right in here. Make that a pocket, and then we'll put the clouds up there. And he'll be able to come out and fly if he's needed for any emergency. And let's make it a little. Even though I did do a seam there, that's just the way it's going to go.
I never get to see what you're making until I like rewatch it.
Well, take a minute and just go ahead and
I'll
explain it to you. We've got this little bear, and he's got a string in between a sandwich, and so he can fly.
Wow.
He's a superhero after all. And then he likes to hide in the weeds. And there is going to be a tree there because that's where bears hang out. And then I'm going to put some clouds in here and cut around them. So that will be my shapes. And I don't know if I don't know what.
Oh.
Yeah. Which the clouds were made out of circles too, originally, and then trimmed. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. We've got some. Okay, these cards would never have been made.
No,
I'm pretty darn sure. Pretty sure this is a Mr. Wheel original right here.
That is a very, very true statement. And I saw somebody said that my holographic paper is reading red, and you're totally correct because even it knows that we need some red.
Everybody knows.
Mm-hmm.
But we did talk about that you could use holographic paper, and that might be an answer for getting some color. Because it's not really adding red, it's adding reflection, which color is, but, you know, what are you going to do? We said metallic, so there's the...
Yeah, that's what it looks kind of silver in the right light, so...
Oh, it'll be hard to do a good picture, I think, this week.
It will be.
People, but use those settings on your phone, so that you can edit, and keep taking pictures until you get one that you really like. Okay, so I have a shaped card because I'm cutting around these guys. Color so you can't see how poorly I cut. Okay, bunch up. Bunch up. There may be some other little things that could come out of here. Grass is never that even. This is where I pretend to be a stylist. Let me cut your bangs. Oops. Things you never
want to cut your own bangs.
Things you never want to hear your stylist say. Oops. Does that hurt? Oh, I thought it would bleed more. Okay. Then, I could... No, I think the tree's going to go in front of the grass.
Oh, you're right. Somebody just said because I'm considering my circles fancy because they're holographic. I got a little bit scared there. Like, do I need to add some scallops? But I thought holographic was fancy.
I think so. I think you're okay. And there is the point of talking about different interpretations. And that's a great thing to bring up. There you go. I kind of want to leave this open, but it's going to fall off. It's going to get ripped.
You can't have the string.
I was going to have it tied up like he was tied up to the tree.
Cute.
But he's not a dog. He's a bear.
No.
So he can't be tied up to the tree. Two more cards. Who are they? Crystal. You have been working right along. Well done, ma'am. And Shanna makes it. Oh, that looks pretty. Kind of looks like it could have fit into last week too, with the flowers and the red or the blue. We had 2 blues last week, which was actually kind of a fun thing to see. I wasn't sure how it was going to be perceived, but I think they did a great job. You know, you could have this go around too. Let's fly. Do I have a sentiment for this guy? I don't think so. You are a wonderful person. I found that today and was using it. Oh no, if I have a super kind of sentiment, this would be perfect for that. Oh, wait, but wait, there's more. My original one. I have Amazing Wow Supergirl. That doesn't look like a Supergirl. This girl can wow, but I have a boy one too.
Oh, it's a great sentiment. They're a great set.
Yeah, I could have used it. It would have been real easy. Let's see what this one says. Superboy, but I could put Super Bear. Have a bear? Could I write? Do you think I could write?
You can do it, yes.
I have a bear. So, unstoppable. Maybe it just needs a great little slogan there, like unstoppable. I'm kind of curious I want to see what Sire does with this. Sire always writes, or often writes stories with his cards.
Oh.
And I got a feeling he'll have something up his sleeve with this.
Awesome.
No problem.
Is he in the chat sharing any ideas tonight? What he might be doing?
He's often at work this time of night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's in another time zone.
We got 2 more cards.
Well, goodness gracious. Sue Kramer, congratulations. I'm trying to see this, so I can't quite tell what it is. You know, you could have super robots, I'm telling you. Super gnomes. Stacy Eden, she's fairly new. Yay. Well done.
Awesome.
Congratulations. Job. I think they're superheroes getting these things sent to us.
Yes.
Unstoppable. Super Bear, you're grounded. No, I'm not. I'm unstoppable. Maybe he does need some leaves.
Green circles
Little,
or something.
yeah.
Cartoony.
Cartoony banoony. This could be on some gold. So, you're going to get one of those stabilizers for your microphone. Oh my gosh, we were laughing so hard before. It was just ridiculous. With all your... What's the name of your microphone?
Fine.
Fine microphone. Gotta admit, that's a good name. Fine.
Yeah. It's not good,
It's
great.
Good. Yeah.
We're having some heroes.
I run a pretty low budget ship here. I really try to get everything that's for fine. and I love for free.
Oh, that's really good. I don't blame you, but blame you.
Does anybody else like to add diamond dots to their cards? These things are so
you
cheap.
And Lisa.
Oh yes, my sister loves.
She's a big diamond dot girl.
Yeah.
I have not. And every time I have seen you guys talk about it, that's really looking good, ma'am. Whenever I have seen you guys talk about it, I always think, oh, I'm going to get those. And then, oh, I forget. You remind me too. I'll go ahead and just make some circles for leaves.
Hobby Lobby clearance some out recently, so my sister got like tons more.
They last forever, I think, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You know what would be cute up there? Speaking of diamond dots, I have something that might just be perfect. Right, those might work. This calls for confetti. Brand new out of the kit.
Nice.
Nice.
I think a third anniversary calls for confetti.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Oop, there they go. Yeah, that will make good leaves. Circle, they're fancy circles.
Yes.
No, I kind of love this. I've got a little crush on this guy. If I were tied up to a railroad track, I would want to see this guy.
Got a card from Michelle.
Michelle Lupton, also
Michelle.
Australia. Did you make a blooper reel for me? Last time she made a blooper reel for me because she had some issues when she was, look at this. Oh my gosh. When she was making her card and process video such that a bottle of cleaner fell into her cup of tea.
Ooh.
Yeah. And she dropped an ink pad in her lap. You had it was a labor of love to make that card.
Speaking of issues, I saw that Justine Hovey is coming back on. I was sad when we didn't get to watch her at her episode.
I know. I think we're going to do it live. She's going to stay up.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, we had so much fun on that episode, but then when I went to play it, to check on it, it was horrifying. It was the week of, like the day before, it was supposed to air, and there was no sound. And I was like, did I do something wrong? And
I got 2 cards.
I tried to do some, like, did I check everything? Oh, Marjorie from Wisconsin. Well, oh, you've got a little super frog.
Frog? I love it.
And then I called Mr. Producer down to the studio and went, I don't think this is working. And it was horrifying.
Oh.
So I'm really glad that we get a second
we tried to pre-record for a New Year's show.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
And it
was a software bug. Her sound didn't show up. And I searched for the bug, and it turns out 2 or 3 other people had it too, so it wasn't us.
Yeah, but it sure hurt. Felt bad. I thought for sure she'd never come back. It's like, because we had to coordinate the time and everything because she's in Germany. And so it was quite a bit of effort on her part to meet with us, and then it didn't have... It was one of those hard calls, like, I'm sorry, Justine.
Thank you for submitting your card, Biddy Penny.
Oh, Yahoo!
Ooh, Biddy Penny.
That will be fun.
Is it getting ready to pop up on the screen? I got to pause.
Oh, it already went.
Oh, darn it. Sorry.
You'll have to check the website on Monday.
Yep.
Yes. Hi, John. Did I see John Yells here? Hey.
Yahoo. We do have we have not a Biddy Penny. We have Grandma Gay's thoughtful question. of the day.
I am never up to her questions. She is always too good for me. Like the questions she's asked, I don't think I'm intelligent enough to answer. But hit me with it.
She's a question smith.
This one is actually not going to be. This is not going to be hard. I don't think it's a yes or no question. Kind of.
Oh, I can do that.
Yeah, you're good. It's when you're in your. Anyway, Grandma Gay is our rock star. And she loves to, we always ask her for her question of the day. And she does ask rather philosophical kind of questions. And I think you're right. I'm not smart enough sometimes. But anyway, she asks of you, when you're in your craft room and not filming or live, is your door open or closed? What do you think she's trying to learn?
Yes, open. It's open most of the time because just like tonight, I'd rather have the cats down here being quiet and not scratching the door. So yes. That was a good one. Thank
open
you, Grandma
door
Gay.
policy.
Yes.
Crafty Al, we were getting questions about your jewel picker and which brand it is.
Okay, so I was getting ready to ask the chatterbox. So so it's a Marvi Ukaida jewel picker. And I guess, you know what, for the time I've had it is probably worth it. But I have noticed that this is not sticky anymore. So I think I need to clean it. But really, I mean, I've had it for a good few years and it has two different ends. So if I'm doing little gems, I'll use, the smaller one. So I would say for a few dollars, it was worth it.
Well, I got mine from Pear Blossom Press, which is it's a Trinity Stamps product. And they do have they have a refill on their little wax thing. And then it has a little
that is what I'm looking at now, is one like that. So you find that picks them up still good?
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't had any trouble. It's gotten a little, I kind of reshape it a little bit sometimes.
Okay.
Because it gets a little splayed, but that's probably because I'm heavy-handed. And you don't need to be. But I just added some Nuvo drops to his eyes and nose and some glossy accents to his star. So now he's just like rocking out. And I think you're almost done, aren't you?
You know what? I was going to stamp a little pencil on the inside, but I'll never be able to make it into a superhero. So I'm stopping. I'm done.
I'm proud of you,
We
Crafty
have a first-time
Al.
contribution from Jan.
Well, Jan, welcome.
Jan Farnworth, yay!
Is she one of your buddies?
Yes, I recognize that name for sure.
Nice. How brave of you, Jan, because it's sometimes very scary.
This could have been a scary one. But look,
It's a different one. But we did really, really well, I think. Let me walk you through mine. I have a shaped card because I have the clouds all cut up the top. I use only yellow, green, and blue and neutrals. I have definitely a super bear hero. And he knows how to fly. He can move and he can go spinning on Mr. Wheel. I can tie him on number 1, spin it, and he'll go flying. It'll be good. And then fancy circles, I made the clouds out of circles, and I have his circle, and I have sequins. So I think that's a whole bunch of fancy circles in my book. Yes. Yahoo! And this mess is worth it. What do you have for us tonight there, Crafty Al?
All right, so I went with shaped card is a circle. And for my superhero, my original thought was the comic panel background look. But I decided that kind of in honor of teachers, don't know if we'll go there, but I made my pencil into a superhero. And it has a vellum cape. And my fancy circles, I actually have a few. So I have the holographic circles behind him. And then I did some silvery diamond dots. Did I catch it all?
I think you did great.
Superhero fans. Oh, yellow, green, and blue, of course.
Yes, of course. And you made your own cape. Do you feel like you deserve a kiss on the brain?
I think I can conquer the world now.
You
Like
are the
my
superhero, I think.
Pencil Man might stop you. He's a man of the people.
He might try to erase you. He goes around and erases bad guys or covers them over with graphite. Oh no, graphite is my kryptonite. Oh, yes. All those things. Well, I think we faced the Mr. Wheel on our 3rd anniversary here, and he did not stump us. He loves us. He wants us to be creative, and we want you guys to be creative. So we're going to tell you how you can play. We'll talk to you in just a second, Crafty Al. Hi, Lyndon. Well, got a good kitty. We'll be right back with you to say goodnight. But first, you guys can play along with us. How about that? Me wearing my superhero guys on a superhero night. All you have to do is make a card using those 4 parameters. Please make sure you use those 4 parameters and send it to Craft. There is a form on craftroulette.live. Just go ahead and upload your picture. You have till Sunday night at midnight. If you are a patron, we give you 4 more days. It's worth it sometimes when you're really busy. So, yes, there we go. Okay, so, that's the one. Now, we have some more guests coming up. After you send in your card, you're going to want to come back and check out next week's guest, which is Karen Burniston. If you have ever seen those dies that pop up and things, there's a good chance Karen's behind that shenanigans. So we're going to see what we can learn from her. Those kind of dies scare the heck out of me. So if I can do them, anybody can do them. It's kind of like math to me. And it's, oh well. Anyway, I believe in her and she believes in me. So we believe in all of you. And then we have our buddy, Christine Bertram. She's always the purple princess from Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, and a lot of fun. Sandy Ledoux will be in here after that. She's with Sweet Sentiments. And we get joined from Down Under with Therese Calvert. And that's in April, yes. And our buddy Ardith will be back after that. So we have lots and lots of beautiful, lovely, wonderful superhero craftettes coming our way. Join us every week. It's Friday, almost around 6:10. We do want to thank our patrons. I had, I don't know. I was thinking I had something to tell you. But anyway, we do. So today, I thought I was looking through the parameter list and I went, oh my gosh, there's caps and hats. What would I do for caps and hats? And I thought, I think I have a stamp set. So I looked and I went, the stamp set that I had I thought had caps and hats on it, didn't. And so I had some sketches already made in my files. And so I finished them off and I put them in our downloads on our Patron Extra on craftroulette.live or in the blog. And like, for instance, for hats, there's some springtime hat ladies for you to use if you don't have any kind of caps or hats. And so you can look them up there over on our blog, Patron blog, or on our downloads. We have so much stuff. We have not only our Patron blog where we have free stuff, we even have a place on our website, craftroulette.live, for more stuff, including our card exchange, which is very popular, and I just love it. I hope everybody has gotten their March birthday people all taken care of so everybody can have mailboxes full of pretty cards.
It looks like Jamie just signed up.
Well, thank you.
Oh,
Jamie Clark. She is one of our Sweet Sentiment ladies. So that's awesome. Thank you. I will tell you, Jamie Clark, we have political factions here on Craft Roulette. We have Team Purple and Team Orange. And I'm thinking Jamie and Sandy may be involved in politics because they did send me a little press thing, an easy press, or one of those things for the, stamp positioner. And it's on there. It says Team Orange. And then for a little thing to hold the glue, we have Team Teal. I'm wondering if they're trying to introduce a third party. And then a little card holder that says Team Purple. So that's right. Team Plorange. That's the hybrid. That's the hybrid group for us. So thank you, Jamie. We're glad to have you join us. Here is our giveaway time. And we do have a lot to give away. So I'm going to get serious. If you sent in one of those 260 cards from last week, your name will be on that wheel. It is programmed to randomly choose a winner. We always start with our original gift, a handmade card with an itty bitty gift. The difference between patrons and Patreon. Patreon is the platform. Patrons are the people that use the platform. Good question. Because it's new to a lot of people. Oh, Mr. Producer just answered it, and I answered it correctly.
We have 4 cards coming in right now.
Okay, we're going to look at that before we spin. Jael creates.
First submission.
Jael creates. First submission. So nice to have you join us. Thank you. A teapot. He is a superhero. Angela. I see a robot. I see a robot in action. Laser eyes, maybe? I love it. Well done. Jamie Clark. You didn't need that extended submission this time, but we do love your support. Thank you. I think you'll have fun over watching, especially like that video. It's really crazy. And Diane. Oh, another first timer. How exciting. We had 29 this week. How many will we have this week? I'm not sure. Or last week. How many will we have this week? It's also fun. It's so nice to meet everybody. But, I love all of our contribution makers. I called Patty back this morning and just to celebrate our 3rd anniversary with her today a little bit. Because often I have called her with bad news. So I try to call her every once in a while so she doesn't get some kind of stress about me. But we just had a nice little chat about Craft Roulette and all the stuff that we've gone through in 3 years. She's a wonderful leader she's been our leading lady for weeks and months and years, and she's outstanding. We thank you all. First timers to frequent flyers.
Let's give some stuff away.
Let's do that before I get whole corny. Let's give away a handmade card with an itty bitty gift. Hey, Micah, you gonna put in a card this week? You could. I know somebody in your house that would help you, and it isn't Honey Bunny. It's Amanda. Let's get the crafters in there along with the craftettes this week. Oh, are Mr. Mike? He's looking out for you to make sure that we didn't forget you. Arlene DeTizio. He usually makes his clothes, but tonight I told you about where I got his little tuxedo. And what's this one? A goodie bag. Where is it going to go to? Our goodie bags are full of things that people have donated. It's really nice. Barbara Hobson. You guys all need to let me know that you want these prizes. You have till Sunday night. Also at midnight, use the claim prize form on craftroulette.live. Last week, there were 2 giveaways that were not claimed, and they were gift certificates. We don't respin for them. They're just absorbed. So if you know somebody that wins these prizes, let them know so they can get them. But they got to claim them. If Tracy T is going to get a Karen Burniston, Riley and Company gift certificate, these are programmed to check the email that the submission came on to the submission that claims the prize. So we don't have any question on who gets the prizes. No close calls or mistaken identities. Melissa B, for instance. Which was that one? I don't know, but we will know by your email. So yeah, Melissa B.
You just type in your email on the website and it'll check if you have a prize waiting for you.
Sweet. Let's give away the Sweet Sentiment stamps.
When I see those cards coming in, I'll show them in just a second.
And we're going to also give away 2 t-shirts of your choice tonight. Celebrate. Sentiment stamps. They have a really cutesy style. Oh, Lynn Sanders, you'll have fun with it. Lynn Sanders down in Tornado Zone, Oklahoma. The tornado last week was 2 miles from her house. Ooh. Too close. I hope your craft room is in a shelter.
This is the first t-shirt of your choice.
Of your choice, but I highly recommend Whoa 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 or the Super Glue Guys. They're very comfortable. They're nice. Or Team Orange or Team Orange. Or Team Orange. publisher there. Christy Lynn, please let us know which kind of t-shirt you would like. And all those kind of details. We'll be in touch. You can email us or do the claim prize. Please do it that way because I lose things. Ever since I lost my mind, I lose more things than I can count. But do use that claim form before Sunday night at midnight. Judy Kamik. I'm trying to see how I wrote it down phonetically. She's a nice girl in our group. Oh, I didn't even say anything about our group. So, we do have a Facebook group. It's called Craft Roulette Show. It's a private Facebook group. Private Facebook group. And you do have to answer 3 questions. They're very simple. They're like, where'd you hear from us? You're going to follow the rules, be nice, and things like that. And then you're automatically approved. Otherwise, I just hit decline because I don't know you. And it could be a robot, and I don't like that. So anyway, just answer those. We'd love to have you. There's a lot of chit-chat over there. We share our cards. We ask questions. We talk about robots and Alice in Wonderland and all sorts of wonderful things. Please join us.
Bring Crafty Owl back and look at some cards that were just submitted.
Okay. Oh my gosh. There she is.
We have 6
Yes,
in
6
the queue.
How can they be that fast?
You guys are superheroes.
Norma, that's right. Norma is a superhero indeed. I'm just dying to see him too.
Brian Dickey.
Well done, Brian.
Hi.
Thank you for that IG story too, to encourage people to come to the show. You're kind of a little superhero yourself. And Nina Boyer from Pennsylvania, her first card. Well done.
Nice.
Thank you so much, Nina. Are there more?
Yes, that was 4.
Oh, my gosh.
Smurf.
Smurf, the epic Smurf Murphy, who got to meet Amanda Stevens at the expo. She's one of our leading ladies. And Stacy Cobb, her 3rd time from Idaho.
I know they're small. You have to wait until Monday when they all post on the website to actually go see them.
It goes live at midnight.
I can't make everything big. Sometimes it has to be small.
You can also post those over on Facebook, and so we can see them early, because we don't want to wait. We want it now, and we want lots of it, right? Bring on the cute all the time. Cute. You know, was that relaxed evening? I felt very relaxed, even though we got kind of like shaped cards. That could be a little bit frightening. And superheroes
it
without
okay.
red, I think we did fine. We did some good workarounds. Yeah, I think we did good. Would we have done that? Would it have been that easily done when you first came on, you think? Or I don't think so. For me, at least, I would have been.
No, but I do have to say, I still get nervous. Maybe not as nervous as the first time, but I still have nerves. How many times have I been here? 8?
This is 9.
This is 9.
9 times. Still get the butterflies.
But that just is because you want to do a good job.
I do.
Yeah, you do. And so that's not a bad thing. It's maybe uncomfortable, but it's because you care.
Thank you for the card, Larissa.
Oh, well done, Larissa. Nice.
I know, you're trying to look at them.
She just
It's
was
just a preview.
Club 52.
Do you see my bad eyes? I'm like, I'll just stay back and not try to look.
Yeah, it's really hard. Well, thank you, everybody. Chatterbox, I look forward to reading your comments tomorrow morning. It's how I spend my Saturday mornings. Coffee and chatter, that's my style. And Crafty Owl, I am just really glad that Craft Roulette came along and you said, hey, I want a part of this fun, because you have been a great, great friend to us.
I love coming on. Thank you for keep asking me some.
All those things.
You know what I mean.
Yeah,
Yes,
I do.
Exactly.
Either way,
Thanks for
fine.
It's
Thanks for continuing to ask me.
not shabby. It's FUNN, and it's fun.
We're fine.
Now that we're finally getting people trained to write FUNN instead of FUN. Now I'm afraid we're going to have a few that will be needing to say fun.
We're fine.
But
I have a question.
Oh,
Why do we call it fun with 2 ends, but not spin with 2 ends? Just because? I always write like spin when it's time to spin. I have 2 N's in there, but anyway.
We are all about creativity, including in our spelling. But spin doesn't rhyme with my last name.
You're correct.
So fun was, it all started when I taught a class to 5-year-old girls, and it was called Girl Fun with Mrs. Gunn. And we talked about careers. And with little girls, we were doing all the things. And so that's how it all started, the fun thing. And then I moved it right into the professional fun that I have. So, yeah, that's how it all started.
Can I show you my desktop real quick?
Yeah.
Okay, so I got my card done right in time because now I have 2 kitties waiting here for me.
2 floofs. That's good. They were, that was good timing on their part. Well, let's get ourselves a kiss. Yes, it is. The night is spun, so it is time to kiss our brain and call it a night. See you Tuesday. Oh, let's kiss first. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you guys for kissing your brains for 3 years with us. And we will see you Tuesday on In Review when we feature Crafty Roulette 154 with things that you have sent in. We feature you. And then next week with our guest, Chris. Yes. Bernison. My brain is done. DUNN. Mwah, 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 mwah.
Bye, guys. Thank you so much.
Stay safe. Love
night.
you all.
Bye-bye.
Happy anniversary. Good night.